seems alright until the check engine light comes on. There's the volume control on that. There is a big split in the weld there. Overboost but with a split intercooler, that's an interesting one. That is very weird, isn't it? You'd have thought with no boost leak that would be better, but it's not. Yeah! Woo! Come on! So we're running into overboost. So we've got a vacuum pipe trapped. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got something pretty different on, yeah? Yeah, it's probably going to have a remap and it's probably going to have a few bits put on it, but yeah, why is it in? Well, quite an interesting one this. Driven, you know, we're in Lincolnshire, yeah? Driven all the way from Fife, 314 miles to get here because it was laggy. Didn't drive very well. I've driven this on the road this morning, doesn't feel very good. But before I got to plug in with diagnostics, before I got to look at the car, before I touched the car with a spanner, I could tell there was something wrong. Yeah. It's a good one. So, sadly, that is an aftermarket intercooler with a big split in it. So as soon as you come on boost, I could see it. Smoke, yeah, steam from the engine bay, yeah. So anyway, fetched it in and yes, had a look at the car and yeah, it's got a split intercooler. So what are we going to do? Well, it's come all the way from Fife to have potentially a turbo. But we're going to dyno this. We're going to see how much power it hasn't got. It's got an alive remap on it, okay? But with that boost leak, how much power will it make? Then we've got an alive ultimate intercooler that's going to be fitted. And then we're going to dyno it again. No changes to the mapping, just to see the difference between split intercooler versus an alive ultimate that's in mint condition. And then, if we feel like we still need a bigger, better turbo, we'll fit one. But what turbos it's got on it? Let's have a look. So it's got a Turbo Technics 220. It's got an Allisport intake pipe. I'm yet to find out what is in the airbox. Obviously there's going to be a filter in there, or at least you'd think there'd be a filter in there. I found a few of these Defenders with no filters in there, but is it a performance filter? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Some Britpart hoses and stuff on it. Quite nasty actually, and the reason why, see how that's squidging out at the top there with a Jubilee clip. So, yeah, we're going to dyno this one from Fife. I can't believe he's driven all this way. So, he's owned this 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. So, we're going to use a power flash to get some information from it. And I had a bit of fun trying to find the OBD port. Not only was it in the cubby, but it was under a false floor. So yeah, we, do you know, I think, where are we? I think as a mechanic, my probably three favourite games as a mechanic, yeah? Find a locking wheel nut, find the OBD port, and then a customer that parks in the doorway of your workshop. Yeah, I said it. And I know you're watching. You do it every time. Right, so going in straight away with the diagnostics, just turn the heater off. Yeah, we've got some interesting codes. I don't know how well that's focusing on there. So a couple of the interesting ones that I'm thinking of. Bottom two, noisy crank signal. Well, yeah, it started okay, so we'll go with that for now. And turbo overboost. So, overboost but with a split intercooler. That's an interesting one. Right, well, anyway, we'll clear those codes, yeah. Get rid of them. So we've just got the generic ones here, aircon, tacho, all that sort of stuff. If you've got a Defender, if you've got a Td5, you know. So, just going to have a look at some data here as well. Ooh. I do need to warm this one up, it's quite cold, so only 42 degrees. Let's have a quick look at the MAF. Just to get data. So, the MAF's reading low, yeah, right. So, this one is going to need a MAF sensor. Let's bring it up to 2000 RPM. A bit high, very keen this one. So yeah, it's reading low, so about 170 at a 2000 RPM idle static test. So, right, mileage, yeah, 230,000 miles. Quite a few miles, that, isn't it? Nonetheless, engine. Engine seems all right until the check engine light comes on. What code do we got? No code. Oh, here we go. Problems detected with driver demand. Oh, great. Oh. Why did you do that? Have we got our throttle back? No. I'm going to guess the owner's going to tell me that's never happened. Right, it's all right now. We get these, yeah. We get these, they come in, yeah. No, it's never done that before. Yeah, we get some good ones, some really good ones. And the radio's just turned itself on, so I'll mute you. It's one of these, one of them. Yeah, where's the volume control? I found the mute. Where's the volume control on that? I don't know. Right, anyway, need to sync. I need to warm it up and then I need to sync the car to the dyno. So I'll be back with you in a sec. Right, so here we go. Let's do a power test with a boost leak. Yeah, how many are you going to shoot me down in the comments for doing knowingly doing a power test with on a vehicle with a boost leak? Look, the car's driven 314 miles from Fife and the owner says do it. Okay, so we're going to do it. We're going to do a power test, see what it makes. Right, we're in 4th gear and full throttle. Feels a bit lazy. Well, that is certainly an interesting result. 133 horsepower. Wow, 350 Newton meters, and you know, as ugly as it gets on the power and torque curves, isn't it? So that would be the boost moving about all over the place. We only made 1.2 bar. So right, we'll save this run. We're not going to do another one. We're not going to try and repeat that. There's no point in that. But what we're going to do now, like I say, I'm going to strip down the front end and swap out that intercooler. We're going to fit some alive boost hoses as well. I'll show you those in a moment. Yeah, that's some real squiggly wigglies, that one, isn't it? So 133 and 249, 349. Not a lot. So what we're doing, well, we said we was going to fit an intercooler, didn't we? Mentioned some boost hoses, the Alive silicone boost hoses. They've got a special liner inside which protects them from heat, and it also stops oil bleeding through as well. It's a special liner. Okay, so we've got some high grip stainless clamps, and we're going to be fitting the Alive Ultimate Intercooler, yeah? You will not break one of these with any boost. I challenge you, yeah? We've put, I think me and Will put 3.5 bar through one of them once. Will's not here. But yeah, we'll slip with a boost controller. We run a Gizmo boost controller on it at some point, and yeah, we slipped. Or should I say, Will slipped. So right, let's get this stripped, yeah. And get rid of these Brit part hoses, gross, yeah. And we'll swap out this intercooler. We'll have a look at it once it's out, a better look. But yeah, telltale signs is it has been spewing out the front. Right, so yeah, pretty obvious that there is a big split in the weld there. Yeah, and I think we could be looking at an issue in this top corner as well, because there's a lot of black, a lot of oil. But look, it is what it is. We're fitting an Alive Ultimate. It's just sat over there, look. Look at it. Right then, intercooler is out, but yeah, not without a fight. So top bolt here. Oh, I had to drill it. A bit of drilling, so it just spun. So I had to drill that one out. Sometimes we do see this. Other one come out okay. And then this bracket, yeah. Sorry, this bracket, not showing the camera very well, am I? This bracket, someone has put, let me try and find it. Yeah, look there. This little thing, this little blighter, a 4mm buttonhead Allen. And it's fast. It'll go like that. So we've been able to get the intercooler out that way. So not an easy one, not something you can easily get in and drill. I don't fancy drilling around this. But we are slightly against the clock because, you know, if we need to fit a turbo on this, you know, if we need to fit a turbo, we're going to have to crack on, aren't we? So yeah, just wanted to stop and show that real quick. So, you know, it doesn't always go smoothly on the mechanical side of things. It does not always go smoothly. All right, so intercooler is in and we managed to use proper mounting brackets because, yeah, we had a problem in there, didn't we? New bolt in, where are we? Down there, just here. Managed to get a new nut and bolt in there so everything's secured. Look, Alive. You'll probably never see that again. So just a bit of a shot of it before I put the grill back on it over there. So yeah, Alive Ultimate intercooler, and yeah, just a bit of info on what, you know, what our thoughts are, why these intercoolers split. It's not the brand, it's the design and the construction. So you've got the sheet metal work that's folded and then it's welded, yeah. So that's what happens there. Now what happens is, as these vehicles come on and off boost, the core and the end tanks to flex. And they keep doing this, yeah, until you get split. So that is what we think happens anyway. So with the Alive Ultimates, cast end tanks, proper thick, yeah? So these don't flex. Because they're so thick, we can get really good welding here, lots of material welding in. I've never seen one of these fail, yeah? Never, ever seen one of these fail, okay? For what it's worth, this is my 10th year at Alive Tuning, and yeah, I've never seen one fail. I'm pretty sure nobody has ever seen one here either, so yeah. Right, just got the fan cover to put back on now. I'll just give these Alive boost hoses that I've just fitted a bit of a clean. So it's inevitable that you're going to get a bit of dirt on them, you know. So it's, you know, been working on Land Rovers, yeah. I've cleaned my hands, but tell me work on Land Rovers without telling me work on Land Rovers. Yeah. Right, intercooler fitted. Let's warm it up. Do another run. Right then, so we've got the engine up to temperature and now it is time to reveal the difference, yeah? The difference. What's the difference going to be? I predict an improvement. Don't think it's going to be a massive amount of power. That is very weird, isn't it? You'd have thought with no boost leak that would be better, but it's not. Whoa, so 116 horsepower. How did it go backwards? Let's have a look at the power flash, bear with me. Right, so there's no new codes, but I want to check something because when I was working on the engine, I noticed one thing. Manifold pressure, it's not got an original or an alive uprated map sensor on this neither. So I'm going to swap that out for an original one and see how it reads. Be back soon. Yeah, right, what I've just done is I've just checked the map sensor. We are calibrated for that map sensor, so there's no worry there. But it fitted a new airflow meter because it's reading a little bit low. Need my glasses. Reading a little bit low. So I'm going to do another run with a new map sensor because that graph, I didn't expect that to be so low. That's really bad, isn't it? Right, we will find it. Is it injectors? We always say this, and most often it is, but let's just do a run regardless. Okay, let's see a difference with a new MAF. Wow. Yeehaw! All right, yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. Shit. Right, so. Right, yeah, 195. I just used the drag wizard on the end here, so yeah, I've calmed down a little bit. 410 Newton meters, so yeah, going really well now. So nice spread of torque compared to how it was when it came in, and then it was doing all this weird stuff. I don't know. Right, so what we're going to do now, well, I think we've got a good one, yeah? I think we've found a good one. So this is coming off the dyno. It's going to go into the workshop now. We're going to do a GTB, an Alive Tuning GTB 450 install, okay? And then back on the dyno, maybe another 10 or so horsepower, but 450 Newton meters. And most importantly, when you're on and off the throttle, quick response. That's what you get from the 450. That's what it's about. Right, and just like that, we are back. So we've skipped the whole workshop stuff because we're really against the clock, but the Alive GTB 450 Turbo is now fitted. Yes, it is, yeah. We've gone with an ITG panel air filter as well. It did have a standard paper filter in it. We've put a Alive 4-bar map sensor as well. We've fitted that. It did have, like Volkswagen Audi, 3.5 bar sensor in it, but we want our 4-bar map sensor in it, don't we? Yeah, 4 bar. Yeah, so that's that fitted. Oil leaks, stuff like that, checked. Okay, we've gone with genuine Land Rover oil filters as well, both of them. Yes, there are two. We've serviced vehicles before when it looks like the rotary filter has never been changed. Yeah, that's a pretty scary thought, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so just a bit of clean up there by Will, thank you. And then we're going to get on with some power testing. So the map has already been applied. Can we make more than 195 and 410 Newton meters? I think we can. We'll see. Right then, so Nearly there with the temperatures, and then we're going to be doing a power test on the graph. I've got 2 graphs loaded. First one, what did it come in with? Second one, what did it make when we fixed it with the intercooler and the MAF? And then the live blue graph will be power at the wheels as we power test this with a GTB 450 and 450 mapping. 4th gear's a bit hard to select in this one. Here we go. Right, we've gone into some sort of limp mode. Engine's still running. Scan it for codes. Right, there's our issue, turbo overboosting. Now it did come in with an overboost code, but you know, new turbo. What we'll do is we'll just double check that the modulator's working and work our way back from that, just in case. Right, we're back. Something a little bit odd going on with the mapping. I don't know what happened, but refresh the map, and yeah, we're gonna go again, okay? Stick with us. Is it ever straightforward? No, it's not, is it? Right, here goes again then. No, we've got a problem again. Right, so we're running into overboost for some strange reason. We'll do another run. My eyes was on the dyno graph, I'm afraid, so Will's jumped in and going to lend a hand. Overboosting 2.2 bar. Why the hell are you overboosting? I triggered the modulator looked good.
Just trap that hose.
Not me, I was doing wiring.
Oh shit!
Yeah, right. Vacuum pipe. Can I get it? Can I get it? I can't get it. Right, so we've got a vacuum pipe trapped. My helpy helper that helped me fit the turbo and everything. So trapped that. So well, it makes it nice and simple. We was struggling with boost control just there, and what was going on was we were making 2 bar, and yet then she's going into limp. But yeah, it looks like it's on a mission. Gonna go well this. So start of the run's looking good. Right, so we're going to make lots of power and torque now, hopefully, because the vacuum pipe from the boost controller to the actuator was nipped. Here's what it is. Proves we're not all you know, robots. We're only human. So right, let's see what we can do. That is the original curve in the background, yeah. Right, so we are looking at some gains. Yep, torque's definitely better, isn't it? But the figures, 426, 195, so not as strong as we'd like to see. I mean, we've put a map on there, it would typically make around sort of 210, and we're not near that, are we? And yeah, the file we'll put on it as well is known to make 490 Newton meters. So why are we at a loss? What is it? Is it the 230,000 mile engine? Is it the injectors that are in there? Or is it something else? Well, it's making a boost now. We've got control of that boost. That's not a problem. So what's the problem? Right, so conversation with the boys, what to do with this one. We're just going to throw a bit more fuel at this one and see how it does. So you can see when it gets to 4,000 RPM, it doesn't like to make more power. It sort of goes flat at sort of 3,600. And it doesn't make any more after that. So yeah, I mean, 230,000 mile engine, it does have an AMC cylinder head. That's been changed at some point, so that's not going to be the original part. But, you know, the injectors are original. You know, not 195. What I will say is this, warming this up on the dyno with a GTB 450 feels absolutely fucking mint. Throttle response is really good. So yeah, completely different to what the S220 Turbo Technics felt like. So yeah, we're going to try some mapping, and you know, if that doesn't really do us any favours, well, we'll source a fresh or new set of injectors, whatever it is. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Just waiting for those air temps to come down. We've been sat waiting for a moment while the extra remap. Version 2 has been written to the ECU, and what happens is you get a bit of heat soak. Eventually that 26 degrees might come down below 20. We will get there, yeah? Right, so in the background we've got our first map revision. So let's see how this one does. Looking like it's making less power. Yeah, it is. Whoa. Didn't expect to see that. I think the thing to do here is reflash the ECU with the 450 mapping that we usually supply, and leave it for the customer to source a better set of injectors. Yep, so just flashing back the first map. So we'll leave it at that when it's on there. So yeah, down to the customer to source a better set of injectors. You know, if we had a set, we'd be dropping them in right now, wouldn't we? But Td5 diesel injectors, not easy to come across, almost impossible, you know. When they're new, do they exist? Right then, so when requesting more fuel, it made less power. Yeah, as my phone rings. Right, so yeah, as we were saying, 185, 422. So what's happened there? Well, we've had 10 milligrams of fuel, you know, and that is what happened. Makes less. So, you know, we're running 10 milligrams less fuel. The engine's going to run cooler, isn't it? Yeah, EGTs are going to be cooler for sure with less fuel in there. And interestingly, like I say, it makes more power. So let's just bring that graph back up. Right, so this is where we've left the vehicle at 195 and 426. So yeah, what you've got there in the background, the dotted line is, you know, for power and torque and power at the wheels as well. Yeah, you've got what it came in with versus where it is now. So it is miles apart, you know, that's not even really a big enough description, is it? So, yeah. Right, I guess that is the end of today. Pretty testing day, you know, there's a few little bits and pieces. I don't know if you showed them all on camera, probably didn't. Once we got on with the spanners, we run into some difficulties with wiring. Yes, wiring. So it turned out that this had a non-original style fitment map sensor. So I had to just fit a plug amongst doing some other things in the bay. Yeah, but we got there in the end, didn't we? Hey, right, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Definitely a bit different to what we usually do. Yeah, I know we usually do tuning, but yeah, a few issues with this one. Just, I guess it makes more content. Yeah. All right then. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.